Welcome back to the show. We had gone on a short break. My name is Monica Kipto, and tonight we're talking about the matatu industry, the good, the bad, the ugly, and where it is all going in the future. We have Pastor Ambua with us. Now, before we went on break, we were talking about challenges. Yes. Now, let's talk about challenges in the past and how they have changed to now.
The challenges that we had before, number one, was the aspect of the staffs, especially on the area of the drivers. We had drivers that were not really trained, not in terms of the driving qualifications, but on the aspect of relation with the customers and the public at large. And that is why you could find that the drivers were not taking this job as a serious work like another work. Professionalism was a problem. Okay. You know, that is why you could find a driver, they don't mind, they don't care, they are careless, they don't take serious this kind of work. But now, since we have had training and refresher courses for the drivers, we are telling the drivers this is a job like another job. You know, it's a professional job that you can be able to do it and take care of your family and be able to progress in life. So we have had refresher courses as a company.
So how often does that happen?
We do refresher courses after 6 months, but we also have in-house trainings that we do once per month. You know, talk to these drivers and maybe tell of them what is expected of them, teach them about the customer care, how to handle their vehicles. Because if the drivers are not, because of the aspect of the attitude, you know, the vehicle can be messed up in time. And you know, this is the working tool. And also, employing the drivers on a permanent basis is one of the aspects that has really changed. It's one of the game changers. Because we had school drivers before. The driver is not sure of, you know, the security of the antenna, of their job, the security of the antenna. You're not sure that maybe after tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, the driver can be chased in time by the vehicle owner, and you're not sure of this kind of work. But now we have contracts. We are giving our drivers a 1-year contract. You are given a 1-year contract, and there are terms of the contracts. So you are sure, hii ni kazi yangu kila siku nikiamka. You know, this every day. This is what I'm supposed to do. And also as a company, you are sure that if you are not employed by the vehicle owner, you are employed by the company. If this vehicle is sold, you know, as a person, there's no that security of your work. The vehicle can be sold the other day or something happens. But when you're employed by the company, you are sure if this vehicle, maybe it is sold or something happens, the company will be able to give me another car.
So you would say that the security of a job would make a person work much harder and more diligently.
Correct. Even yourself, you are not sure that tomorrow you are here or the day after tomorrow. You just do it for, you know, on a casual basis. There is no that, there's some aspect of input that you cannot be able to give your best. Right. But when there is a security of tenure as a driver, you know, that is one of the challenges that had been sorted, but it was there before. It was there before. All right. The other thing that has been a challenge is the aspect of the police. You know, the aspect of the police is a big challenge. But now it has been able to be sorted because most of the licenses has been digitalized by NTSA. Okay. You can check your driving license online. You can check the vehicle RSL online. You can check the vehicle inspection online and all those kind of things. So you are very sure. You are very sure. And also the aspect of the technology. You're able to, you know, put everything in a systematic way. You don't forget the insurance. You don't forget everything. You're able to know when the driver's driving license is expiring, the insurance is expiring, the license is expiring. You're able to sort those. But before, we used to do this thing manually. Yes. You know, so you find the police has stopped you. Up 1 week later, your driving license expired, your RSL expired, and your inspection expired. And
you are not aware.
You are not aware. Okay. And you know, it is an avenue now. You have to give money to get your way out, or you are taken to court. But with the aspect of the information and digitalization of things, you are able to know when this specific car, when the documents will expire, when these will expire, and you're able to take care of that.
speaking of giving out money in terms of corruption, what is your stand against it, or for it, for that matter?
For your information, for your information, Prestige, we don't bribe. We don't give money along the way. For your information, we don't do that. Because I told you, we are not just in a business like Matatu business, but we take this as a ministry. If you are complied with everything, why then should you be able to give money along the way? But there is a way that the police will be able to harass you, you know, to make sure that you give money out. But we have checks and systems in place. We have the Kamba lawyers, almost in Nairobi, Nakuru, Naivasha, those major towns, we have Kamba lawyers, whereby if you feel like what the police officer is telling you is intimidation, it is not the truth, then we can pursue the legal ways.
Have you had a case that you have pursued and won in that matter?
Let me tell you, when we decided as a company that we are not going to give money to the policemen on the road, we could have even 5 cases in a day.
5 cases? It's a
5,
lot.
5 cases in a day. And, you know, but now they know. We have been able to streamline that. They have reduced, we can have 1 in a week. Those are like 4 in a month. And you cannot compare the amount that we use to sort those cases in court, comparing to the amount of money
you would have given
that you have given along
as
the way.
Bribes.
Yeah, as bribes. Because we have more than 5 police checks from Nakuru to Nairobi. Now, if you give a minimum, that is 500 from here to Nairobi. Now, if you have more than 100 cars, then it means in a day, you are giving like 100,000, going to Nairobi and coming back. That's
so it's even more expensive.
It is more expensive.
To give
Corruption is more expensive, and it is what is eating the Matatu business.
I think you should repeat that for them.
Yeah, it is more expensive because if you have more than 5 roadblocks from here to Nairobi, there are more than 5, and every place they stop you, you give 100, you give 100, you give 100. By the time you reach Nairobi, you'll have given more than 500. When you come back, then it means you give more than 1,000 in a day. So if you have 100 vehicles, for instance, it means in a day you are going to give 100,000.
You are trying to make money, but you are losing in the end.
Yes, if you calculate that by a month, then you are giving more than 3-point-something million in a month. 3 million in a month. That is a lot.
It's a lot of money.
That is a lot. So if we have the Kanban advocate, and you know, we try to and also we engage on a friendly basis. You know, there is that we need the police and the Matatu people. You know, sometimes we accuse the police that they like bribes, but also it's a two-way traffic. There's the person who is giving the bribe, and there's the one who is receiving.
Yeah.
You see a Matatu that is stopped, even before the police says anything, you just give money. You just give money. You know, you need to know where are you giving this kind of money.
It's a culture we need to break.
It's a culture. Yes, to be precise, it's a culture that needs to be eradicated in the Matatu sector. Yes.
As a leader in the industry, apart from just that against corruption, what other values do you stand under?
We also advocate for integrity, integrity in the industry, and honesty. Those are the major things that we also do advocate, and customer care. Customer care is the backbone of everything. You know, the customer needs to, the Matatu is not for the poor. That is the problem. If you don't have your own car, then you use a Matatu. But we are looking for an aspect whereby you can see even in our Nakuru town, there are people that are not using their private cars to move around, but they are using the cabs in town. The Wasili, the Taxify, and the rest that are in town. Somebody, you just park your car. If you want to do your errands in town and move around in town, you use the cabs in town. So we are looking for a way in future whereby somebody will leave their personal cars at home. Not because they don't have money to fuel, but because they are very sure the service that the best service they are advocating to get and anticipating to get, they will get it in the Matatu. You know, nobody will harass you. Nobody will go with your change. The car is clean. The seats are clean. The seat belts are clean. The driver is clean. But not somebody.
And you know the driver also.
Yeah, and even the conductor. Not somebody who is just eating mirror and chewing mirror. That is the person who is serving you. No. The same way you go to another office, you find a neat person, a clean person, a decent person. Should be the same way you go to the matatu stage, you get people that know what they are supposed to do. And you feel at home. They welcome you, courteous people, you know, there's courtesy, you know, you are welcome. You feel at home. So that is what we and it is my prayer. It is my prayer as a pastor and as a person and a player in the industry that should be the way to go. Not people that are being rejected in society. The driver is drunk, you know, the conductor is drunk, somebody is smoking, somebody is chewing mirror, anakwambia mama we leta pesa yako. Then after 5 minutes, he forgets that you are paid.
They ask you.
They ask you again. They start harassing you. You know, you forget your change. You are not sure that you'll get it back. But I'm looking for a way, and I've seen it happen in some areas, whereby you can forget your 500 shillings change, and then come in the evening and say, I travel with this prestige, and they did not give me my change.
And
I've
they
come
give
for
it
my,
back.
and they give it back to you. But if you are not given on the spot with most of the matatus, then somebody will tell you you're not even given 500 shillings. You are given me 50 shillings. So you are not expecting change. So integrity is something that is lacking in the industry, and we are looking forward to that. There is also the aspect of the cash light, whereby people can pay through M-Pesa, or you can be able to swipe your card and you pay. You don't have to carry liquid cash all the time, every place. So we are also looking to that kind of advancement, the mode of payment.
Maybe as we close, what are the policies, laws, maybe and regulations that have worked for you, and some that you'd like to be enacted that would work for you better?
I think one thing that has worked for us, it is the engagement. You know, with the county government, with the national government, represented by the NTSA. There are those forums whereby we engage. You know, it was some times back, you know, the police and the NTSA, even when the drivers see them, or even the command officials see them, you know, we used to have those checks on the road, whereby when you see the police, you are sure that they are here just to harass you.
Yes.
You know, so you think of your way out. Maybe you change route, or you prepare to give a bribe. But with that kind of engagement, NTSA is really engaging the matatu, circles and companies. The county governments, we have forums. They are engaging them. And when the policies are being implemented and being created, there is that public participation. You know, we are able to participate, give our opinion, and all those kind of things. But also, I would advocate for more public participation. Sometimes, they also create policies that that they don't really represent the views of the players in the sector, you know. And then something is just implemented in the office, and when it comes, there is that resistance. But you can be able to see, it is not like before. We don't have strikes. We used to have matatu strikes sometimes back, if you can be able to remember. Matatu inagoma, unaamka asubuhi, no transport, no means of transport to your work. But now it has gone down. The reason why it has gone down, it is because of that engagement. You know, that engagement is good. From even the driving schools and those kind of refresher courses, they should be able to continue. And also the licensing. They are very sure that you are licensing the right people. But we have some other people that have come on board, and it is one aspect of unfair competition. You know.
In what manner?
We have the small cars. We have the small cars like the Foxy, the Wish, the Noah. If you move in some places, even in town, the Probox, the Sienta, you know, they are there. And they are carrying people like matatu. No speed governor, no uniform, they are not regulated, they are not in a circle. I would urge the relevant authority, and that is the police and the NTSA, to crack down on those kind of groups, because it is unfair competition to us. Because we are paying the advance tax, you know, we are remitting our returns to the government at the end of the financial year. We employ the drivers, we pay statutory deductions to them, NSSF, NHIF, and all those kind of things. You know, pay as you want, we also do. But you find these guys, the Probox, they don't pay that kind of things. And they are competing with us. You know, those kind of unfair competition. So it is a thing that needs to be checked in. Yeah.
So how do you stay above competition in a company that is so young?
Number one, the core values that I've been able to explain.
Okay.
Number two, the aspect of the customer, that I'll mention it as many times as possible. This is a company that is customer-oriented.
Okay.
We give the customer what he wants or what she wants. And we also give value for the money that we have been able to receive from the customers. And again, we have a royal system whereby after you have traveled with us in every place that you have gone with us, after you have attained 15 tickets, you are able to redeem. And then the 16th time, which is free.
So how do you follow up on this? Do I have to bring like my 15 tickets?
No, our booking system is computerized.
All right.
We have a booking system that is computerized. You don't need to carry your tickets everywhere to counter check that you have attained the right number. So every time you book, we have your data. Even once we get your information for the first time, next time when you come, you identify yourself with your phone number. You don't need to call to ask you what is your name, what is your ID number. No, you just give out you give out your telephone number, your mobile number, then you have all the data or all the information on the system. Okay. So the system can be able to tabulate and count all that. You're able to know now I've traveled with the procedure 100 times, 200 times, 300 times, and people have redeemed and they're happy. Okay. Yes.
That's very good. We have come to the end of the show, and if there's something that you should have gotten from this show is that being corrupt is more expensive than being legitimate. Yeah. Thank you for watching. Join us on the next episode of Bidii Yangu. The future is here.